So it's been a little bit since I've done one of these update style videos, and this isn't exactly that. So if you're seeing this video, that means things have happened and I'm gonna try to start doing something new, which we're gonna get to. So let me just start this with a little update, because you'll either see this video or you won't. Why things have been the way they are. I've just been very bogged down and mentally cloudy. So that's why things have been the way they are. That's why there've been more of those megasodes, less new videos, and why videos have kind of been spotty on the upload. And that hasn't been intentional. I also have to keep up with my job outside of YouTube right now, which hasn't been fun. It's been very painful, one thing after another, but again, not important for this. So what is the point of this video? Well, the point of this video is I want to do something new. Go figure. There's a lot of things I want to do and a lot of different video types that I want to get back to trying to do. But this is different. Today we're going to CarMax, and you're more than welcome to have your opinions on them. Believe me, I understand. I'm going to be looking at another car. So the car I currently have is a 2021 Dodge Charger from CarMax, which is why I understand. It was a rental car. It had been wrecked, and they did not disclose any of that to me because it wasn't on the Carfax. The rental company didn't do any of that paperwork, and you know, they sold me a car that had been in an accident with overspray and a cracked headlight, and you know, they've done right by me in getting things fixed, but still. Regardless, we're going to CarMax today because this Charger was kind of a necessity at the time. I had recently started working at this job and needed transport because the truck that I was driving, the one from the videos, has had issues. The rear diff is starting to go, so it's currently parked waiting to get its rear differential rebuilt. And then while I'm probably not bringing back those videos, the plan is to still do those EV challenge videos at some point in the future when things permit. So today we're going to CarMax because I want to look at getting rid of the Charger. When I was, 17, 18, I really wanted one. And I wanted a V6. And that is exactly what this is. It's an STX V6. Very nice car. Really enjoy it. And there are some features I like, some features I hate. Hit and miss. But it's just not for me. So today we're going to go and I'm going to look at some other cars, and depending on how things go, which if you're seeing this video, things have gone in a way where I want to start doing what I want to call adventure vlogs. Essentially, I just want to explore. I want to explore the state that I live in, and I want to pick a direction. I want to drive for a while until I need to return home and just see what's out there, see the views, find something interesting to do. So that's kind of like what I want to do. So regardless, maybe even if I end up keeping the Charger, I'll start trying to do that, but the Charger isn't a long-term car for me. Haven't really felt like trying to do that with it, but if you guys are seeing this, even if I still have the Charger, then maybe that is the plan. The plan was to do this with the truck right before the rear diff went out because I want to find some fun spots to just drive, explore, maybe some dirt roads. I have used Onyx. There's not a lot around here trail-wise, so I wanted to just go explore and see what's out there. That out of the way, let's talk about the car. There are good things and there are things that I hate about the Charger. Obviously, it is a V6. It's fairly decent on gas. It'll get about 400 to 500 depending on how you drive it. Doing mostly cruise control, about 70 plus or so. It'll get about 30 miles a gallon, sometimes a little more, especially if you are solely on cruise control. Like I said, there are things that I love and hate about this car. The first and most important thing that this car has that a lot of cars don't is there are vents in the back seat. And that is super important as someone who often, has been the main driver for me and my friends when we go places and bringing people along. Having air in the back is so important. And out of the 4 cars that we have here, this is the only one that has vents in the back seat. And like I said, that is a very important thing to me, and I might not have that by the end of the day. Here's what I hate. This little instrument cluster right here, you have your front defroster, rear defroster, heat up, cool down, AC, and circulate. You can press for off and rotate to change fan speeds. Meanwhile, max AC and your head, feet, and window are all up there. Same with sinking sides. This is a terrible layout because if I were in Android Auto, it takes up this whole screen. And then I have to back out of Android Auto if I wanted it on just my feet or just my face. Or if it were on this one, or if I want max AC, to get back to this menu is way harder than it needs to be. Compared to like our Chevy Volt, where it does have a button. If you have your key fob with you, you can press the button on the door handle, unlock that specific door, unlock all doors, lock the doors as long as your key fob's nearby. This has capacitive under the front two door handles, where when you just slightly touch them, if your key fob's on you, it will unlock and the doors will be open. Or if you leave your key fob in the trunk and you close the trunk will open. There are a lot of really nice small touches that just make this car so nice. And it's just not for me, and that sucks because I do really like having it. But I will not lie, when driving this car down the interstate, the urge to go fast is there. And this is an STX, it's limited at about 124, 130, somewhere in there. I'm not gonna do that. I keep it safe. I do go a little over the speed limit for mileage sake and to just get me where I'm going a little faster. No faster, actually, I'm usually one of the slower cars in traffic. But besides the point, right? I have enjoyed this car for the few months that I've had it. I've put about 4,000 miles on it. You can see right there. I've put almost 4,000 miles on it. In the few months I've had it since February. It's currently sitting at 25 miles a gallon just because it's idling, and idling really knocks that down. So if you guys are seeing this, then that means I'm probably going to try to do the adventure vlogs. And hopefully it means that while I may not have the charger anymore, I'm in something that suits me better for the long term. This car is a very short-term car because best case scenario for it is I sell it. I pay it off and I sell it. And that is the best case scenario for this car. It's a nice car, spacious trunk, sorta. It's just not me. And it is time to say goodbye. So it is the next morning, and as you can see, this is the 2022 Chevrolet Bolt. This is the EUV. You can tell by its headlight shape, the EV has more of a solid piece here that all connects together. Anyway, what does this mean? So the plan is, as I previously said, I'm gonna try to do adventure vlogs. I'm gonna pick a direction, I'm gonna drive, and I'm just gonna see what's out there. This thing will get me about 200 miles from 80% charge. So reasonably, I should be able to go about 100 or so miles before even having to come home, and that should be way more than enough range to do these type of videos. So what else does this mean? Because since this is an EV, it is used, it does have 8,000 miles on it, and it does have a little bit of damage. I'm not worried about the damage. Stuff can buff out, paint can be repainted. It's not a big deal. What I also plan on doing is, since this car is mine, now I'm not going to put it up against the Ford. That is a very unfair comparison. One of them runs. Even if the Ford was running, it's still very unfair. This thing is not a truck. It is not boasting high range with hauling or anything like that. It's just an all-electric small SUV. What I plan to do is also make periodic update videos. As a new EV owner, I spend time with it as we make changes to the house. We're going to get a charger installed. We do have one 120 volt charger already. That is for the Chevy Volt that parks here to charge, which if necessary, this one can charge off of it too, but it does have the included portable charger that can do 240 and 120, but we do have a wall charger and we're going to be getting that installed soon. So again, I'm just going to kind of make, this video will probably be all that initial stuff. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. It means I'm going to try to do the adventure vlogs, and you guys are more than welcome to hold me to that in the comments because I definitely want to do them. This also means, like I said, I want to do EV vlogs. I want to, as a new EV owner, someone who's never had an EV but I have experience with them, and we've also have a plug-in hybrid, and I just want to kind of make like a detailed guide of like becoming an EV owner, having an EV household, ignore the things behind me, and just kind of the trials and tribulations that come with that, because this is not going to be an easy transition. Not in the slightest, but it is going to be better on my wallet overall versus the Charger, which was costing me about $100 roughly every other week in gas. So this shouldn't be that. That said, I've got to go to Lowe's, so we're actually going to get to check out the cargo capacity in there. So I just got back. I'm going to get the stuff unloaded here. Honestly, like I said, it's not the world's largest amount of space, but this is about a 5 feet piece of wood. There's probably another 1.5 feet up there between that and the seat. So that is a decent amount of space for most things. It's not a work vehicle, but it gets the job done, at least in terms of storage. The reason that I needed that stuff from Lowe's is, as you can kind of see, we got a lot of stuff that needs to get off the floor, so that way we can fit 2 vehicles in here that have to charge at night. One being the Volt, and the other being the Bolt, which its charger is going to go on this wall most likely. We're going to wait for the electrician to figure that one out. But yeah, I'm going to get these shelves installed and maybe see you guys on the other side of that one, because all of this stuff, believe it or not, is EV related, because it's all about getting this thing in here with space. Okay, I'm taking a quick little step away from outside to cool off a little bit, but I also wanted to go ahead and show you guys this because it is here. I also may have forgot to put on my lav, but that's fine. So this is our charger. We have the ChargePoint Home Flex, and this is the 1850 NEMA with the tail. This one will actually plug into a 240 volt outlet through this. I've already kind of opened it up just to take a look at everything, know what's in here, and we're waiting for hopefully the electrician to come out in a couple of days and give us our estimate on getting this installed. Hopefully the audio is okay. I don't know where my logs are. Got the shelves up. Now doing some organizing, trying to still get this wall over here cleaned up. But it's all this stuff back here that's really kind of in the way for the most part, but making progress. So it's only taken about all day, but as you can see, we kind of got it cleaned up in here a little bit. And now both cars fit pretty nicely. We can get into and out of both cars on both sides with minimal discomfort, but it's better. It is much better. We can actually get in here, get around, we can move this in and out for the pool, and we can get in and out of the house, to the fridge, to the freezer, to our cabinet, to our tools, to the stuff on the shelf now. So, yeah. So, I just dropped the roommate off. This is not the Volt. I'm heading home. Still waiting to get a call from the electrician. They're supposed to be out sometime today. They were supposed to call last night and they didn't, so I'm a little concerned that they're not going to make it. Just to give us an estimate on what it's going to cost us to get that 240 outlet installed. Yeah, I'm building a shed today so we can get the rest of that clutter out of the back of the garage, and I can get in there a little easier. We also painted a square on the floor so I can know where I need to stop so I'm safely out of the range of the garage door closing. Okay, so backseat of the particular Bolt that I have, which is the basic LT model. It's not very convenient. It doesn't have the convenience package, if you don't understand what that means. So this particular one does not have the cup holders, which is where this thing comes in. Okay, so what this is that wasn't obvious is a cup holder. So this piece, there's no Velcro on the inside, the Velcro's only on the outside, so I guess it goes over. So we have 2 cup holders there, a fairly sizable cooler in the middle. These are kind of small as far as cup holders go, but it does fit. And then there is also a strap in the back, so you can run the middle seat belt through here and click that in. The carrying strap, because this also is a cooler. Yep, and then this piece goes in here, gives some rigidity to these cup holders. I guess that can also Velcro up out of the way if you wanted to use this as a pocket. Various side pockets for storage, mesh pocket, bigger pocket, and same stuff on the other side with a silica packet. I don't really think I could, even if I took it off, I don't think I could show you guys this very well because it's probably not going to show very well on camera. But right here and down here, there are two Velcro strips, and there's Velcro on each side of this, so we can make a shelf. Like that. So we have upper and lower storage, and then finally, and there we go. There is a zipper. Underneath, it's supposed to go all the way around, all the way around, all the way back. So you also can have a sort of an armrest here. Any products I was able to get off Amazon, I will link in the description on the off chance that someone watching this has a bolt and might be looking for some of this. I mean, even if you don't, this thing right here will work if you don't have a bolt. I do have some more bolt specific products coming today that I'm gonna get in here, but this isn't bolt specific. The wall charger is not bolt specific, so I will link those things in the description if I remember. And those aren't affiliate links, they're just links to help you guys out if you're looking for something similar. Apologies for the audio quality changing again here. Tomorrow I have to take this, which is Chevrolet's dual level charger. It's level 1 and level 2 for the recall on this car. That is my day tomorrow. Come in here. So the thing that arrived today was a really nice little bundle package, which gets you this tray that just slides in right down there and gives you some sectioned bits so you can actually kind of store stuff down here a little bit more cleanly. And I bundled it with this tray, which this is honestly the first car I've ever had that doesn't have a tray in the center console here. It fits nice, has these little rubber mats. There's even a little cord hole there, even though there's no phone charger port or anything like that down there. And some money slots, though I don't typically keep any sort of money in my car. But that is just a nice little touch to make this feel a little bit more clean. And then obviously in the back, the additional cup holders that I showed you guys earlier. And we did get the shed finished today. I managed to go all day practically unharmed, and then I burnt my finger at the very end because I accidentally touched a hot screw trying to make sure that the metal pieces were touching. I don't know, because the electrician is coming tomorrow, not today, which is annoying. There was some sort of mishap there, but they're coming tomorrow to give us the quote so we can figure that out, and then I will have my charger that came with the car recall done, hopefully fairly fast, and then I can start charging the car one way or the other. So we'll update you on that. Okay, so the electrician came out today, and the quote for the wall charger, a little bit more than I was prepared to pay right now, so it's gonna have to wait a couple days. Hopefully not more than a week or two. But while I'm out here, apparently I accidentally ordered some roof rails, so I'm figuring out how to get these little caps off. So I'm actually gonna show you that because the video that I saw did it wrong. Here on the roof, we have our rails, and then we have two screw holes, two in the front and two in the back, which this is the back. And the way you get these off is you actually pry these out a little bit so you can kind of get some grip on them, and you rotate them off. The video I saw, the guy stuck a pry bar on them, pulled them out, and then grabbed some pliers and just yanked them on out. These actually do screw out because underneath they are proper screw holes for mounting your rack or rails, and they properly are threaded. Well, not properly threaded, but they are threaded shallow, and they just screw out. You don't even need the pry bar. The pry bar just pulls them back just a little bit, allowing you to get some grip on them. These are already a little looser, so they're easier to grab and spin on out. And then that allows these little caps to be unharmed, and they can go back in rather easily. So there is your tip if you want to put rails on. I took the car to Chevrolet and had it serviced for its recall on the portable charger. It was all good, and while it was there, because it took so long, I ended up buying a couple hats because apparently licensed Chevrolet merchandise is pretty cheap at a Chevy dealer. These arrived. These are the unintentional roof rails that I bought. So I'm gonna unbox these and then see about getting them sized up. All right, so it looks like we have a little bit of an instruction booklet here. And then all of the pieces, this feels like a bunch of screws. Here we have our side caps. Obviously we have 4 of those, 2 per each arm. And then 2 rails. And a microfiber towel. This feels homemade. Maybe it's not. But the bubble wrap and then the Scotch tape. Makes it feel a little bit homemade. Says Chevrolet on it. Looks pretty good. 1, and these attach like that. So that's kind of the profile. Package? Is that why it seems so, I don't know, odd? So what do we have here? This looks like some rubber ends to these. So essentially like that, or probably, given that there's a little lip there, like that. Also wrapped in Scotch tape. So I'm just gonna plastic insert in the middle, probably to help keep it from scuffing. And then it's like a plasticky rubber in the middle, and then it's metal on the outsides. And obviously you never tighten anything all the way down until you are through. And then under here, that is the new roof profile on the bolt. It is a little taller, but they do look pretty nice. They feel premium, and I mean, they're not They're not going anywhere. Probably have to tighten them down every couple of uses, I would imagine, especially this problematic one right here where it refused to go in any further and this little washer was just spinning, so I put 2 plastics on there. But again, that's not going anywhere. But I don't feel like it hurts the look of the car. They look all right up there, and they add some functionality. You can put a luggage rack up here. You can mount stuff up here if you need to. So they do add genuine functionality to the car, and they'll be pretty useful. So with those things now installed, that's probably going to wrap up this first video, and I did want to get the wall charger installed during this first video, but that's just not going to be the case. Once the wall charger is installed, I do plan on doing the first of the adventure things where I'll just kind of pick a direction and we're going to drive for about as far as I can go before I need to return, which, you know, 80% battery, about 200-ish miles depending on driving aggressiveness or casuality. Thank you everybody so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the Bolt, if you have one, if your opinions on it. You know, let me know down below in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you in whatever comes next. Bye guys.